Hello learners, I hope you're doing well and you're finding the sessions interesting and useful. I'm Ajit K. Mishra. I'm here again with you all with a new session, and this time I'm going to talk about professional well-being. We know we all are professionals either now or we are going to be professionals very, very soon, and we'll be entering a very new ecosystem where we'll be contributing to the fortunes of an organization while improving ourselves yet further. So our professional well-being matters, and if we do not take care of our professional well-being, our work life will be very short and will be very disturbed. It will be anxiety ridden, and that will lead to problems for ourselves, our psychological well-being, emotional well-being, social well-being and physical well-being as well. So with a great focus on our professional well-being, we can ensure that we have a good work life which doesn't interfere with our well-being. So what exactly we mean by professional well-being? So professional well-being is in fact a state of wholeness that results from bringing balance into life, work, people, and of course money. So it is all about bringing in or maintaining that balance into life, work, people, and money, because these things matter the most. If I just think about life and nothing else, I don't think about my work, people around me, or money, it will not lead to my professional well-being. Similarly, if I just think about my work and I forget everything else, my life, I'm not kind to myself, I'm not taking care of myself, I'm not taking care of my health, my emotions, I'm not taking care of people around me, and I'm not taking care of the money as well. So it will not be my professional well-being. Similarly, for people and for money, if I focus on any of these elements, instead of creating or striking a balance among all this, it will not lead to my professional well-being. So for any professional well-being to be ensured, it's very important that we strike a proper balance among all these things. So there are a few things that are important when it comes to professional well-being. These are the factors of professional well-being, and very important ones. The first such factor is mindset. It is all in the mind, it is all about the mind, and it is all about the mindset that we create for ourselves, that we carry to our workplaces. So have you ever noticed that some people seem to be consistently successful at complex and creative tasks, while there are others who are not so very successful, or who are not at all successful. So actually the difference doesn't lie in the talent or the motivation, but simply in the mindset. The way these tasks are approached by people who adopt a professional mindset versus the way the others adopt a mindset. So it's all about the mindset, how we approach certain things with a certain type of mindset. If I carry a professional mindset to my workplace, that means I'll be delivering in a professional manner. If I don't do that, I'll be doing in a very amateurish or non-professional or sometimes unprofessional manner. So we all are familiar with the difference between professional and unprofessional, and will all agree to the fact that a thing, if it is done professionally, will always be more acceptable than a thing that is done unprofessionally. So the mindset plays a very, very important role when it comes to professional well-being. Secondly, it is all about attitude. I have already talked about attitude in some detail in one of my past sessions. Attitude is one of the most important things when it comes to professional approaches or professional well-being. So a professional attitude is in fact a manner in which we conduct ourselves in a professional setting. So if I carry an unprofessional attitude to my company, that means I'll behave in a very different manner, I'll reach my workplace late, I'll not be taking notes during important meetings, I'll not be finishing my tasks timely, I'll not be working as a team member because I lack that professional attitude. So in order to conduct ourselves in a professional setting, we need a professional attitude. So in this context, the term attitude often describes both how we appear and how we act. So if my workplace expects me to bear a certain kind of appearance, I have to show a professional attitude. Otherwise, if I have to show an unprofessional attitude, I may not care about my appearance, and I may not also care about how I act in that particular workplace. So a professional attitude is often more formal than a personal attitude. We need to understand that when we enter a professional scenario, we have to keep our professional and the personal separate, so that it doesn't lead to any problems for any one of us. So a professional attitude is different from a personal attitude in terms of appearance, in terms of comportment, and in terms of interaction. The next one is flexibility, which is again very, very important when it comes to professional well-being. So workplace flexibility emphasizes the willingness and the ability to adapt to change and the willingness to learn new things, particularly regarding how and when work gets done. In a flexible workplace, the needs of both the employees and the employer are generally met. So workplace flexibility is often used as a tool for retaining and engaging employees. So whenever employers recruit their employees, they ensure that they test this particular quotient in their prospective employees, that is adaptability and flexibility. If a prospective employee doesn't have these qualities, it will be very difficult for the person to adapt to changes, different approaches or strategies that happen at the workplace. So flexibility is one such important thing. Of all these three things, the most important, which also includes attitude and this flexibility or adaptability, is mindset. The mindset is the most important thing. So if we are familiar with the various components of a great mindset, it will be easier for us to understand the challenges and the expectations of our workplaces, and we can prepare ourselves accordingly, and thus we can ensure our professional well-being when we are a part of any workplace. So there are three such mindsets. Let's take a look at each one of them, one after the other. Let's start with the first type of mindset, which is called the abundance mindset. The abundance mindset is in close contradiction with the scarcity mindset. So people like Stephen Covey, great influential writer, they have encouraged us to think in terms of abundance mindset and to avoid scarcity mentality or mindset. Abundance mindset generally assumes that there is more. It may be more space, or resources, it always says that there is more than what we might see by default. We always find a way to create more opportunities with an abundance mindset. If there is just one opportunity, we can think of creating 2, multiplying it several times, 4, 8, 16. We can create opportunities with an abundance mindset. With a scarcity mindset, no opportunities can be created. We can also expand solutions to be inclusive in our ideas as well as others. So, the whole idea is not to fight a turf war with an abundance mindset. It is rather all about creating a larger space for everyone. So, rather than fighting for resources, we generally, with an abundance mindset, find more. So, abundance mindset will also determine that people do not adopt a complaining behavior, do not throw excuses as a response to their failures. So, an abundance mindset will mean that we always create opportunities, we always multiply our resources, our space, and our options. The second type of mindset is the positive mindset, which is in stark contrast to the negative mindset. So, a positive mindset doesn't necessarily mean that we don't find flaws or use our critical thinking about ideas. It doesn't mean that we'll just accept everything as good. No, that's not a positive mindset. A positive mindset means that we always find a way and spend more time finding solutions than finding problems. This has been a big roadblock when it comes to professional contributions and to professional well-being. Most professionals generally believe in finding problems, locating the problems, rather than finding solutions. So this is a human tendency, that we find faults, that we find problems. So we just say there's a problem. But it will be a positive mindset if, before pointing towards something as problematic, I'm ready with a solution for that. If I say there's a problem and this is a solution, you can try. That will be a positive mindset. With a negative mindset, we'll always find faults, we'll always find problems. So, and besides, people with positive mindsets always find a way forward, and they don't allow themselves to fall into the trap that we call stuckness. They don't fall into a pattern of getting stuck. They just let go and move on. So, where we generally leave aside our pessimism, our doubts, our despairs, and then move on or move ahead with our hope and with our confidence. So that's the power of a positive mindset. With that, we come to the end of this session. I'm very sure you have taken note of all these important things that I talked about in this session, and I'm also sure that you're going to explore these things yet further, and when that happens, I'm very sure you will develop great professional well-being skills, because all these skills are great life skills, because they ensure our well-being. So our well-being skills, which are psychological, social, professional, and emotional well-being skills, will ensure ultimately that we live a good and healthy life, and we are in a position to contribute in a much better way to our work, our life, and our society as well. So with that, we come to the end of this session, and I'll meet you all with a new session the next time I am there with you. So thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.